What's going on, guys? Snake Eyes here, playing some more Dark Souls 2, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get 1,000 quick souls and a ring that's called the Stone Ring. It's pretty simple. From this house, all you have to do is just cross the bridge, and as you can see, you can just turn right and you can go through these leaves. The footprints kind of give you an idea of the monster that you're going to be fighting. As you can see, I was just looking around, maybe he was going to jump up and surprise me, since this game has a tendency to do that. And up there you can see what I'm assuming is a Cyclops. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a name, I just haven't figured it out yet. And all you really have to do is just go up to him and it'll aggro him. And the easiest way to take this guy out is wait for him to do that little forward attack, or this little 3-hit attack right here, and then he lands on his back and you can go ahead and get some free hits in. I missed right there because I don't know, I just couldn't really do it. But then after a while, if you really have some trouble fighting him, just backpedal to pretty much the entrance and he'll start backing off, since these guys have a range where after you go a certain distance, they'll just turn around and just call it quits. And like I said, the fight is pretty easy. He's kind of slow, and as long as you're not wearing a whole lot of armor, it'll be pretty easy to dodge his attacks and wait for him to pretty much give you some free hits. And the stone ring, for what it does, is it's pretty much a ring that every single time you hit somebody, it'll lower their poise, making it easier to stagger them. And in the item description, it says, for people who aren't really too sure, I guess the effects of that, it'll be pretty little significance of what that ring does, but the people who know obviously know its value, and it really does have a very high value. Poise is a nice thing to have, and it's a nice thing to know that the enemies don't have. And pretty much, if you don't know what poise is, it's the thing that if you hit somebody and they stagger and it lets you get in a free hit, that's because the attack that you did broke their poise, and they couldn't I guess hit it and take it like nothing. Like this guy, I can hit him and he can still attack and he can still do his thing. And having this ring just pretty much makes him stagger. And like I said, as you can see right here, I'm just sticking around this entrance. I'm not really being too aggressive with him because the hits that he's doing are some pretty hard hitting moves, and obviously if he gets you caught in one of those, it'll do some pretty serious damage. And this is also a quick way to get 1,000 souls. As you can see, I got right there, and the stone ring is right here. And this is actually pretty easy to miss. I was just walking around the area, just seeing if there's little things that I can do. Pretty much just looking for things, and I was hoping that this guy would be a farm type guy, which you just go to the bonfire and he'll respawn and you can get yourself 1,000 free souls every single time. And unfortunately he's not. I've already tried it. I tried to go back and do it a couple of times and he never respawned. So right here I'm showing the effects and the lore behind the ring. You can pause the video right now so you can actually read it yourself. I'm not gonna go into it, but it's actually a pretty useful ring, and it's something to have, at least for now, until you get yourself some more equipment and all that stuff, probably some better things later on. But this is a nice little hidden thing, and this also kind of gets you kind of prepared to fight the bigger enemies that this game is going to have, and kind of get you a little, I guess, accustomed to being able to handle yourself, because this is just one guy. And right there he has a dead body right next to him. That's golden pine resin, and if you don't know what that does, it pretty much enchants your weapon with lightning, I think it is, and it'll enchant it for a little while, adding some damage and all that. And it's pretty good against mainly bosses and all that. I really wouldn't waste it on just regular enemies and all that, since these things, as far as finding them, are pretty hard to find, and you can buy them, but like I said, just don't waste it on regular enemies. And if you find a boss and maybe he's a little too tough, go ahead and equip that, and maybe that can help you out a little bit more. Right here I'm just exploring a little bit more. Like I said, there's really nothing else other than that. I guess if you want, you could farm the dogs that are a little bit before this, and they drop 30 souls each, but really it's not really too much worth it. And right here I'm gonna go ahead and show you another spot. At first I thought it was a jump. If you can look when you're at the bridge, there's a little shiny thing right there, and at first I thought I had to jump to it, but apparently what you have to do is just cross the bridge, and go ahead and cut left, and you'll see a little hidden pathway and let you go down there and pick up that item right there. And those are kind of the two hidden areas that are in this section of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys later.